Pod Populi, podcast for the people.
Iridescent souls, spaces in the halls. Did I tell you I can't stop dreaming? I'm running on nothing but faith. There's things far too great that I want to accomplish. I'm hoping 25 hours a day, but something good works out, and I'm just like, dang. Think everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm like, dang. Think you might just know the way. I'm like, dang.
Welcome to Dang.
Dang! No.
This is our Christmas episode.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Christmas.
I like that. Yes.
I think my belly's becoming big enough to be Santa Claus. That's for sure.
We should have had you wear a beard. That would have been great.
Well,
And a Santa hat.
Well, we sang on, we sang, I don't care what the such and such says. Santa Claus was a black man, because in my house, Santa Claus was black.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Well,
My mom used to torture me with Santa Claus.
why?
Well, because, okay, like, you know how you're supposed to be going to sleep? And
Yeah.
all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door, and she says, oh, don't come in, Santa, because the kids are not sleeping. I'm yelling, I'm asleep. Knowing, how can I yell that if I'm asleep? I was not asleep.
Yes, Christmas Eve. I remember being so excited on Christmas Eve as a kid. And then as a mom, I really loved Christmas Eve because there is no better time that you have something to hold over their heads. It was like anything. They were like talking back. You're like, really? You want to talk back on Christmas Eve? Santa Claus is coming tonight. Or like trying to get them to go to bed on Christmas Eve. It was like, you got to get to sleep. Santa Claus will pass us by. Your
Yes.
mom was taking full advantage of that too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what that story shows.
Because your kids are at the age where we're still celebrating Christmas Eve. Other kids are at the age where it's like, what y'all getting me for Christmas? But in your case, your kids are like, Christmas is coming, yeah. Like
I know.
like
It's
she
still
wants
so
like,
exciting.
Mimi she wants Christmas to be all the way from starting before Thanksgiving and just grow. I'm like, Mimi, no, you gotta go Thanksgiving first, then we run into Christmas.
I know. They did convince me to set the tree up early this year, though. But you know what? It brings like a nice Christmas spirit. I love the Christmas spirit. I love that vibe.
I love the way Christmas usually smells.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas, the pine you smell, the cinnamon you smell.
Mm-hmm. And you got the candles that you start burning
Yes.
early so you can start feeling that vibe. It is a good vibe. Christmas is
It's a very good vibe. I just, it's not a vibe that I'm just still used to, I think.
I
That's
mean,
what it
as
is.
an adult, you just start to see the dollar signs. You get a little grinchy.
I start to see my bank account go lower. That's what I see for Christmas.
Especially because our kids are still in that time when Christmas is
Yeah.
magical and fun,
Yeah.
but they're not pleased by the teeny little the toys anymore. That's
No,
the
they're
great
not.
thing about when kids are little is you can get them like the kind of toys that will rock their world, and it's
yeah.
not even that expensive. Like it doesn't have to be expensive. Toys
I remember
are
I got
great.
my son something that I had to build, and it took me all night to build it. And I was putting it together, and I'm putting it together, and literally, I had just fell asleep at 5:30, and he's up. It's Christmas. I'm like, it's Christmas.
I love that you were putting it together though, because I think that's so magical. That's what we did with my kids when they were
Yeah.
younger. That's what my parents did too. Is that was like you had that whatever that gift was
Yeah.
that was going to be like requires assembly, was going to take Dad hours. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That
It was
they
a-
would
it was
do.
I remember it was a Rescue Ranger station. It was the giant aircraft carrier, and it was like he was like big as this. I think big as.
I
this
bet that was
table.
so cool.
It was, but it was so many parts. It's like
Did it have the little stickers?
Oh yeah, stickers.
Those are the
everywhere.
things. Like
Yep.
you got to put it together, and you got to like get the stickers and all the
Oh,
right
yeah.
spaces.
But then it lasted for about 2 years, and then he was like
He was over
Rescue
it.
Ranger out. He liked the toys because Spencer used to love toys that he can carry in his hands, and he always carried those things in his hands everywhere.
My kids like that too. Like for Rocky, my son, it was the little Imaginext
Oh yeah.
characters. Those and my daughters loved like Disney princesses and things like that, and they would make those little figurines. I think
yeah.
you're right. There's something about the when those little figurines that fit in their
Oh
hands.
yeah, they like those. My son would literally fall through bleachers, a bench, and not to let go of those toys. He wouldn't save himself. He has to go down with his toys.
Yeah.
when he was little.
What was your favorite toy?
My
were
favorite
little.
toy was it was a slot car track. That was my favorite toy.
What is that?
It's, well, you won't know, but every guy out there watching will know what a slot car track is.
Well, explain it. Is it like for
it's-
like Matchbox cars?
It's not no, that's not Matchbox set. It's you have these little things, buttons, little things. Each person has one. You put these little electric cars on the track, and they fly around. That's where they got the track.
They were electric cars, like you turn them on?
No, the electric ring came from the track. Oh. They had these two little things that were on the track, but I'm sure that's where they got electric cars ideas from, because
Probably.
they
That
just
makes sense.
you put that engine was run by electric, and you just press it, and takes off.
So you had like 2 tracks and you could race your buddy on it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that
and
sounds
cool.
cool.
And it was all about who can handle the turns and without flying off. That's how you can win the race.
Oh, did it not hold them on the track? Like it didn't have like
If you go too fast, you flip off of it. It was like the movies. Like real life.
That
you
sounds
hit a curve
amazing.
too far, you flip.
Did you have like the remote control
It
cars?
wasn't remote. It was battery operated. You talking about, did I have remote control cars?
Yeah.
You know, those I never got into those. Those were boring.
See, my brothers had some, but we never knew if maybe they weren't like the right, most expensive kind or whatever. But they were always more disappointing. Like you thought they were going to be so cool, but they just never worked quite as good. But that track thing worked amazing.
Yes, but now those things work amazing because they have a long distance on a lot of them.
Yeah.
But back in those days, it was like, how far did your cordless phone work? It was like,
Yeah.
10 steps away, and all of a sudden your cordless phone's like, so I guess it's the same thing with those electric cars.
So this track, the slot car track,
Yeah.
were you like, did you have like a controller that was wired into it?
Oh yeah, you had to.
Okay.
You had to wire. You had to.
You were
plug it
standing
in,
at a spot,
You're
and
standing
you
at
were-
a spot, and 2 people are standing here, and they start racing around
How
the track.
big was the track?
Oh, you can make it as big as you want. You had to buy extra tracks.
Pieces. You'd piece it
Yeah, you
together.
could do like heel jumps, and all kinds of stuff.
So when you pieced the track together, was there like electric
Connections.
cables that
It
you
was
connect?
Not electric cables. It was just connections, metal connections that connected to each other.
Oh, that
And
is
that gave
so
you the electric
cool.
thing. I can't believe you've never seen a slot
I
car
wonder if we
track.
could find it like as an antique. It's probably like,
They're all over. They still sell them, I'm sure.
yeah, that's fun. We should get one of those. I love that. Okay. How old were you when you got your slot car track?
I think I was like 7 or 8.
Did you get it for Christmas?
Yes.
Did Santa bring it?
Yes, he did.
He did.
Slept down our chimney and bring it to me. It was great.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you
That was
played
a-
with it.
I'll play with it for. I think we didn't stop playing with it. I don't think we ever stopped playing with it. My mom got rid of it by accident, but we kept always playing with it because you can. Even in your teens, you want to race your friends. That's just about who can stay on the track.
Slot car track. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to think back to what one of my favorite Christmas toys. It's funny. I can't really think of right now like a Christmas morning toy that I love, but I remember. So in our family on Christmas Eve, we would go to my grandma's house and do Christmas kind of festivities with her, and she would always give us a gift. So it was kind of like a wedding of our appetites for Christmas, right? We'd go to grandma's house, and each of us would get one thing. And this toy I'm remembering, it wasn't even my gift; it was my sister's. She got that peaches and cream Barbie that had this beautiful, like if you go Google the peaches and cream Barbie, her dress was gorgeous. It had this like little iridescent crusted looking bodice and then this flowy peach. And I'm pretty sure my older sister got it. And I don't know if my memory of it is Christmas Eve night being up playing with this toy, and everybody else was asleep. So maybe my sister was like, no, you can't play with it. I don't know.
So you played with it when everybody was asleep. I'm sure she told you that. Which sister was it?
It was Heather. She's
yeah.
she's so sweet and kind and sharing. So maybe that wasn't it. I don't know. But
Or you
I
just wanted
know
to get up at night and play
maybe
with it without her knowing.
Maybe. I don't know. But that's a gift I remember. I'm trying to think of a gift I received on Christmas morning that I'm having trouble remembering any. That's sad, right?
wanted, when I was
guess
little
I'm getting
I wanted
too
a
old.
BB gun. And my mom was like, no. And it was just like Christmas Story. You shoot your eye out. And that's what every parent would tell you. No, you can't have a BB gun. You're going to shoot your
I
eye out.
actually think that's pretty sensible, honestly.
I got one later.
Didn't you talk about you guys would put like phone books on and shoot?
Well, I got one later and almost shot my eye out. I did. When I was older, I bought one myself.
I'm pretty
'Cause
sure you
BBs
said you guys would put phone books in
Oh
to
yeah,
catch
we used to
the
do that
gun.
too. That's when we used to put
To shield
phone
your-
bullets to us to shield each other and shoot each other with the BB gun.
See, and that's why your mom didn't want to buy you a
No,
BB gun.
it's because
Makes perfect sense.
the BB was copper. When it would hit that thing, it would bounce back. It'll hit you right in the eyeball. And I can't tell you. Shot it against the fence, it bounced back and went kick. I went, ah! I went, I'm almost right. I almost shot my eye out. So I had to be careful after that.
When did you get a BB gun?
When I was like 16.
You bought it for yourself?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then, but I always remembered, from A Christmas Story, no, when Santa kicks him down, I want to be gun. No. He knocks him all the way down. That's my favorite thing with Christmas is watching Christmas Story. That's probably my favorite thing to do on Christmas.
On Christmas?
Well, Christmas.
That's more of like a leading up to
on
Christmas type of thing.
Watching football is my favorite thing to do. And I just think it's the greatest idea in the world. On Christmas, I'm going to be in front watching the football game. But I'm going to probably be in bed anyway on Christmas.
Watching football is not my favorite part of Christmas.
Well, because that's you're a girl.
It's because I'm a girl. I don't know if that's why.
That is.
I'm just not that into football.
Yeah. Most of us guys, our thing about is watching football on Christmas. It is.
So I think your family does it this way too. I like opening presents. That's my favorite part. And I don't mean myself opening presents. I like watching the presents be opened. And so we take turns. We go slow, where we take turns. Each person opens a gift and we all are watching. It's not like a big, because some families will go out there and just like big free for all. This is your pile, tear through it. We like go one at a time and we drag it out. And I love that. Yes. Do you guys go one at a time? I think you do.
You guys
you did growing up, right?
Way too long. The Christmas can go for days. I still got one.
I know, I love that. And we'll take a break and we'll go get breakfast. Which breakfast? Okay, so that was a really big tradition growing up. My mom would make these Christmas morning cakes, and she would take she'd use a frozen bread dough and she would braid it. She would put this like mixture of jam and nuts in the middle and of like dough, and she would braid it and make this pretty like wreath looking thing. And she would add gumdrops. Like she'd take gumdrops and cut like little green gumdrops and red ones and make like little holly looking stuff on the wreath. And I remember helping her make these, and we would make a bunch of them and we would give them to friends and family. Probably because we didn't have a lot of money, so it was like an inexpensive but nice looking thing. But the thing is, I didn't like the way they tasted.
What did it taste like?
I don't like bread baked with jam and nuts baked into it.
You're really going to say that on the air? Did you ever tell your mom you didn't
I
like
love,
them?
yeah, she knows that I don't love it. Because and what we did with the Christmas morning cake is at breakfast, you would put candles in it and you would sing, it was Jesus's birthday cake. You'd sing happy birthday to Jesus because it's his birthday. And I really loved that tradition because it like brings you back and it highlights the whole purpose for the holiday that we're celebrating his birth. And I love that idea of it, but I didn't love the Christmas morning cake. So with my family, we do cinnamon rolls with a candle, and we sing "Happy Birthday to Jesus."
What cinnamon rolls are we going to have this year?
The same ones I made last year.
Did we have some of those last year?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I make them every Christmas.
Are you going to make it with the flour that you can have?
Well, I usually make a gluten-free blend of flours, and that's how I make my cinnamon rolls, my gluten-free cinnamon rolls. And then so last year, I did the same recipe for the cinnamon rolls, but remember I added the plant cream when they were raising, and it made them even more amazing. Yeah. Because there's like a Pinterest tip out there that's like, this is how you get the Cinnabuns. You put cream on top while the cinnamon rolls are raising, but we can't have the dairy. So I got a plant-based cream, and I tried it, and it was good.
Did not get sick, which is interesting.
Well, you don't get sick at Cinnabon.
No.
No. Which is interesting. I would still, because I can't have like the lactose or the casein, but like when I did the plant-based cream, it made the cinnamon rolls really amazing, and it did not make me sick. So I am planning to do that.
You can't put some cream on a couple of them?
No, I'm going to use the plant-based cream. It's better for us anyway.
You already made them. They were good already. So
they were really good. You liked them last year.
Yeah. Well, I liked them this year too.
You liked them on Thanksgiving this year. Christmas is tomorrow.
Well, I'm not celebrating Christmas tomorrow. I'm moving away. I'm moving to the North Pole so that I can become Santa Claus. I got a big enough belly now.
Like the Santa Claus movies. I like those ones with Tim Allen, where he becomes the one where he falls off the roof. And
personally, my best one was the one with Mel Gibson.
Die Hard?
Nope. No.
Which one does Mel Gibson in that's a Christmas movie?
He has a Christmas movie where he plays Mr. Claus.
Are you sure? What's it called?
My gosh. I have to look it up, but it is Mel Gibson's Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
Oh, I would probably love that.
No, you wouldn't like it.
Why wouldn't I like
It's a little
it?
violent for your liking.
Mel Gibson plays
Mel Gibson's
a
Christmas
violent
movie?
Santa Claus.
Oh yeah. It's called Fat Man.
Fat Man? Have I not seen that?
No,
We need
he's
to-
actually the real Santa.
We need to go home and watch that right now.
I can't believe you haven't seen it.
I know. We should watch that today.
It's really good.
It's
This is
so
how it
good.
looks like this.
Oh, that does look good.
What happens is a kid gets mad. A kid gets mad at Santa because he was bad. Santa sent him coal. Instead, brought him coal instead of a present, so he hires a hitman to kill Santa.
Really?
Yes. And Santa's wife is black, by the way. She's black in this.
this?
Mel Gibson's wife is black in this, Mrs. Claus, and it's really funny though. It's a funny
Oh
movie.
man, I've never seen
But
it. We
the
need to
kid
watch
is
that
such
tonight.
a brat. The kid is such a brat.
We got to watch that tonight. You know what? I really love Polar Express, of course.
Polar Express was
and
good.
it was a book before.
Yeah.
I remember reading the book and loving it, and
You
then
liked
of course,
Tom Hanks in Polar Express, didn't you?
what's that?
Wasn't Tom Hanks in Polar
Yes,
Express?
it was the Tom Hanks, and he did such a good job in it. That was a really good one. What's some other good ones? You know, there's the franchise with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. That's
that's
pretty.
a Santa Claus too.
That's a pretty good one too.
There's a new one out, and it's called Red One.
Who's in that one?
Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans and another guy.
Oh, that sounds good. We need to go see that one too.
Mm-hmm.
I love Christmas movies. But you know what? I also really like the ones you hate. All of the
Yeah.
Christmas chick flicks.
Yeah, there's just. But
The-
this one,
the
Santa
Hallmark
Claus gets
movies
kidnapped.
The red one does?
Yes.
Ooh.
Santa Claus
that
gets
sounds
kidnapped,
good.
and Chris Evans and Dwayne Rock Johnson has to go find him because he's like Santa Claus's helper.
Oh, I love that.
Dwayne Rock Johnson.
That
is.
sounds really good.
Yeah. And they don't want Chris Evans to go because he's on the naughty list. So you kids out there, don't get put on the naughty list. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's true. Did you ever get coal?
Nope.
No, you got through your whole childhood and never once got
I knew
coal.
how to straighten up always when Christmas around Christmas time. So
You knew when it came down to crunch time.
crunch time, I knew how to behave, so I didn't get no coal.
No, I can see that. I believe that about you.
Oh yeah. Santa Claus knew a lot about me, so it was all right.
You know what? I love talking about these fun things, but it underscores that traditions are so important for families. Like
Yeah.
I think they're kind of part of that fabric that kind of holds that bond together is having these traditions at holidays that
And the thing is, what happens with traditions is you take the good ones for your family, and the ones you didn't like that you were doing, you can push those on. I'm sure every person does that with their kids.
Yeah, you modify them a little
Yeah.
bit, but and one of the big things growing up for my mom did really well was she always was right on top of like decorating. Like our house felt so festive all the time. She had these holiday decoration boxes that we'd call them the apple boxes. They were old. Like we would get apples and she'd make applesauce or whatever, like by the case, and she'd save these boxes, and is what the decorations were in. And she had them for all throughout the year. She was always festive, no matter what the holiday season was.
Oh, that's nice.
I tried to keep up with that, but I have the decorations. I have them down in the barn, but it got to be, I don't know, I got overwhelmed trying to work and my mom is a superstar at this stuff. But I
Well, the
love
age
the
that
feeling.
your kids are now, you can have them help you. So, which is
Yeah,
good.
they
Make
do
them
help.
you. Yeah.
But it was interesting how much my kids love it and came to expect it of it. And I actually developed a little system called the holiday spot that I used. It was because Modette, she won St. Patrick's Day, which is not even technically like a real holiday, right? Yeah. St. Patrick's Day is kind of like a minor
made up.
holiday. And it was St. Patrick's Day, and I had been really stressed that year. There was a lot happening, and I hadn't gotten any decorations up. And Modette actually cried. She was like, wait, it's St. Patrick's Day? I didn't even know. I didn't set a leprechaun trap. And she was so disappointed because I hadn't decorated, and so it didn't cue her. She didn't know that St. Patrick's Day was coming, and she was really sad about it, and I felt so bad. And so after that, I was like, I got to figure something out. And so I developed this system where I just put out a banner on our fireplace. You see it. I'd rotate it out every month, and on the front door. And that's kind of everything to decorate those two spots. It's just, it's these paper printables that I have designed, and it all fits in this teeny little shoebox that I can keep really handy. So even if I'm like stressed out and there's tons of stuff happening, I can still at least make, 5 or 10 minutes to go swap that stuff out. So I've never been caught after that with like not having the festive stuff up for my kids.
Yeah,
it's called the holiday spot. Do you think that would help you, you can go on my blog, pagingsupermom.com.
And that's the thing is like when you do a certain thing all the time, that's what kids are expecting.
Yes.
Constantly.
Absolutely.
So my thing is I keep your expectations lower by not doing it. Then you won't expect me to do anything. That's how it works.
Manage those
It's
expectations.
okay to have the kids a little disappointed. Because when Christmas comes, which is right now, then you sock it to them with some exciting presents that makes them go, I didn't care nothing about St. Patty's Day. I didn't care about Valentine's Day. This is the best.
But you know what? I like having the decorations too mentally to help you mark the passing of time. Like
I think
what
because
season
you
you're
have a lot
in.
of girls too. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Guys are different.
Guys don't need decorations.
I don't know.
That is such a generalization.
Well, I'm not going to say all guys do that. I'm not going to say all of us, but a lot of us guys, it's like, I'll take a present. You ain't even got to wrap it. It could be in a box. I'm cool with it.
That's true. I like wrapping. I wrap all of the packages matching.
I know. You put all the different colors on them and all that. I mean, same like usually black and white is your favorite thing for Christmas.
Yeah, we don't have the colors. That's the thing.
Are we doing black and white this year again?
Well, I have the black and white, our like formal tree is black and white, and I coordinate the gifts underneath are black and white and silver packages. And then we have the tree with like all the ornaments that the kids have made over the years, and that's our rainbow tree. And we have them organized in rainbow order from top to bottom to kind of make it look still designed and nice. So we have a rainbow tree and we have our black and white tree. The same thing, that we've done in the past.
Yeah, I know. Well, everyone out there, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And as some people would say, happy holidays. They'd say that too. Mm-hmm. And remember, we're actually celebrating for Jesus.
Yes.
That's why.
His birthday.
If you don't get any presents, just remember Jesus. He's the present that God gave him to you.
I love that.
That's an ultimate present.
I love that. That's so true. All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays. This podcast is produced by my wife, Betty Jo Bridges, in collaboration with Pop Populi, and edited by our daughter, Adelie Ann.
She is also the musician responsible for our theme music, so go check out Adelie Ann wherever you stream your music. Have a question or topic you want us to cover? Send us your suggestions at dangpodcast.com.
If you would do me a quick favor, please subscribe or rate our podcast to make it easier for others to find. Have a great week.
I'm running on nothing but faith. There's things far too great that I want to accomplish.